not with my mother, so unfortunately they're somewhat similar, but this is what was on my heart today. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Grace Cabrera, and I'm one of the many blessed people out there to be called goddaughter to Aunt Lisa and Uncle Jeff. Our relationship started 25 years ago when my parents, Gary and Patricia, met my Aunt Lisa and Uncle Jeff at Prince of Peace, the Catholic Church. Every memory I have growing up, from birthday parties to camping trips to our annual 4th of July party, includes the Spillane family. Last September, as some of you know, my father passed away from ALS after being sick for many years. Due to the symptoms of his disease, unfortunately and understandably, it became difficult to communicate and to relate to my dad. And when the disease robbed my father of the ability to talk, he gradually became isolated. Despite these unfortunate circumstances, my Uncle Jeff's friendship was just steadfast. He took loving my dad to a whole other level, whether it was chopping firewood, driving him to daily mass, sipping on a cappuccino, or just physically being there with him. He never let my dad's illness change the way that he loved him. For me personally, Uncle Jeff started taking me on Godfather daughter dates years ago before Dad died. He used to show up with flowers and a box of chocolates, and the more uncomfortable I was, the happier he was. We would talk about everything, his young adult years, the army, finding the love of his life. But his favorite topic for me was always my love life, and he wanted to always make sure that I was happy and making the decisions, being treated well, especially since, but essentially being the father that I needed since my dad wasn't able to be there for me. But when my father finally passed, the only reason I knew I would be okay was because I knew I had another dad, my godfather. Our dinner dates continued, and our conversations got deeper and more meaningful as time went on. The greatest memory I had with my godfather was calling him after I got engaged a couple weeks ago. To me, that phone conversation was like what it would have been if I was calling my actual dad. And he was so happy for the two of us and shared some really good advice for the new happy couple. And I wish he could be there for my wedding next year. But I know that God takes the best ones. And I'm guessing Dad wanted his best friend home. Since he can't have a home yet. Later. Uncle Jeff, after my dad passed, or before my dad passed, he had told all of us that his heaven would be an African safari without any hunting restrictions. And I hope it's exactly after that, because he was the best. But just to wrap up, Aunt Lisa and Uncle Jeff have planted seeds in other people's lives their entire life. Everyone here tonight is a witness to that. And I'm just glad that Aunt Lisa and the kids will always see the fruit of his labors and know what an incredible godly man he was. Love you, Uncle Jeff.